aging produce, and weird pantry ingredients. What do you do with that? You know what to do with that. It's hot dish time on this episode of Chop Styx. Okay, so today we are making a hot dish, which is also known as a casserole. But when I went to school at Winona State in Minnesota, I found out that a casserole is also called a hot dish. And I've pretty much been calling them a hot dish ever since because it's fantastic. Why wouldn't you call it a hot dish instead of a casserole? And times like these call for a warm, comforting hot dish, especially one that you can pull together using primarily things from your pantry. And that's what this one is. And it's coming from a cookbook called Hot Dish Heaven from my friends Chris and Emily. They provided this cookbook for me, which I'm very grateful for. And this is a hot dish where I like all of the components, but I am not entirely certain that the ultimate final product will be as good or better than the sum of its parts. But we'll see. Let's get started. Okay, so far we've got, it says to put the salmon liquid, and we did that from the salmon containers, add the cream soup, and we went with, you want to show the label? Show the label. Cream of celery. So we've added that to our saucepan. Half a cup of sour cream is next into the saucepan. Add 1/4 of a cup of minced onion. This is supposed to be 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. I don't have 1/8 of a teaspoon measurement, so I just kind of went with like 1/2 of a 1/4. I like black pepper, so hopefully it'll be okay. So it says to heat briefly, and then we put in rice. There'll be 3 cups of rice going into this. And there goes all the rice. Okay, and now it says that I need to gently fold in the salmon. Just fold it in. If you're a Schitt's Creek fan, you will understand that. Just fold it in. So I'm going to break it up, and then I am going to fold it in. And I am using smoked salmon. Now the recipe calls for canned pink salmon, but this is what we had on hand, so this is what we are going to utilize. Okay, so now I'm gonna fold it in. Fold in the salmon. And this is the ingredient that may prevent my children from giving this one a shot. Well, there was definitely a it smells like cat food remark when I opened these bags, so I mean, that doesn't bother me at all, but not everybody is a fan of canned fish product, but here we are. So we have placed the heated through rice, salmon, onion, soup mixture into a casserole dish, or a hot dish, if you will. And now my favorite part of the recipe is the fact that we're now told to scatter asparagus over the casserole, the rice mixture. So here we go. We're scattering our fresh cut asparagus. over the rice. And this asparagus is was in my imperfect produce box the last time I received it, which was a little while ago. So that's why I say it is aging produce that's been in my refrigerator. So it's definitely perfect for a hot dish. Okay, does that seem pretty well scattered? It's pretty well scattered, right? All right, one more step. Now that you've scattered the asparagus, maybe you can have a hot dish without more cheese on the top, but I wouldn't want to meat one. So the final step before it goes into the oven is 1 cup. Sorry, I'm trying to get my lighting good here. Lighting well, lighting good, lighting well, lighting correct. 1 more cup of cheese. And now it will go into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, or of course until bubbling, as again any good hot dish should do. Okay, there we are. Salmon Supreme hot dish, fresh out of the oven. You can't quite see it bubbling. Maybe you can hear it. I can. I figured since this is a recipe I've never made before, it is only fair that I do first taste on camera. Here we go. Okay, the sum of the parts is not bad at all. So definitely give this one a try. It is a hot dish worth putting in your hot dish, 100%. Thank you for joining me for this hot dish episode of Chopsticks. Hot dish heaven. Pick it up. Thanks, Chris and Emily.